On today's menu, we're serving up another Jamaican classic. Brown stewed fish, complemented by fried bammies and coconut sweet peas rice. Now, let's take a moment to tantalize your taste buds so that I can keep you wanting more, right? Alright. Now the fishes are taking a dive and it's time to get them cleaned. Now they were already scaled by the vendor, but you have to ensure that you check to make sure that all the scales are off effectively. Give that a good rinse. We are going to add some vinegar to cut away at the rawness and just to have them nice and fresh. Alright, look at that, guys. Oh yeah, nice and clean. Up next, we're going to wash these with some lemon as well, and lemon will just help to cut away at the rawness as well and just help to develop the flavors. And now it's time to drain. Alright, now let's go over our ingredients. So along with the fish, we'll be using some complete seasoning, Maggi all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, lemon pepper all-purpose seasoning, adobo, Old Bay, and for our sauce, we'll be using Hunt's tomato ketchup, Eve browning, a little brown sugar, and also some Walker's Wood Scotch bonnet pepper just to get that sauce nice and right. Now for the coconut sweet peas rice, we'll be using rice, of course, coconut milk, sweet peas, butter, Italian herb seasoning blend, a little salt, and some garlic powder. For our sauce to have the right balance of flavors, the acidity, the sweetness, the spiciness, we are adding assorted bell peppers. In Jamaica, these are known as sweet peppers, right? We're also going to add some carrot, green onion, white onion. As you can see there, we're adding some bammy to this complement our dish, as well as a little Scotch bonnet pepper and allspice, or we may say pimento berries. Now we went ahead to remove the fishes from the colander that they were draining in, and now we're just going to pat dry to ensure that we remove all the moisture or the water that we're able to as best as possible. Going right ahead now to score the fishes, and that scoring helps the seasoning to penetrate more effectively and also in decreasing the cooking time. Now we're going to go ahead and make our spice rub. We have added Old Bay, garlic powder, lemon pepper, complete. Alright, and up next we're adding some adobo all-purpose seasoning, as well as my favorite Maggi all-purpose seasoning. Alright, we'll give that a generous sprinkle, followed by the Easy Spice fish seasoning. Now we're just gonna give this a good stir, guys, to ensure that all those spices and seasonings will just marry and come together as one, so that we can have the awesome taste that we need for our brown stewed fish. Alright, and there we are applying the seasonings to the score slices on our fish, just to ensure that when we take a bite, that burst of flavor will be off the chain. Alright, and to the inside as well, we're adding some of the seasoning or the spice rub in the head, all over, even in the mouth, guys, because when you take a bite, you need to get that burst of flavor. It doesn't matter what part of the fish you bite into, okay? Alright, and there we are finishing up the seasoning process. They're nice and seasoned now, and what we're going to do now is just to put them away, allow them to marinate, and work on our coconut milk by mixing the coconut milk powder with some water so that we can soak our bammies to get them nice and flavorful. And there we are, adding them to the coconut milk will allow those to soak, and in the meantime we're going to work on our vegetables and seasonings for our brown stewed fish. So we have added the onions. Now we're moving on to our assorted sweet peppers. We're starting with the orange one first, followed by the green. And can you imagine the burst of flavors that will be released in this sauce. Oh my goodness. All right, and there we are, finishing up with the green followed by the red. And we're just cutting these in some rough julienne slices, which simply means we're cutting them in strips. All right, next up is the green onions, giving that some rough chop as well, followed by our carrots. All right, get it peeled nice and clean, and we're just gonna make some slant slices and add that to our bowl. All right, and there we are. Up next, we're going to add, we can never leave out that clove of garlic. This garlic will take up this flavor to a next level, so don't leave it out. All right, giving it some rough mince as well, followed by our hot pepper and pimento berries, or you can say allspice. And there we are. Up next, we're going to work on that sauce that we're going to allow our fish to simmer in. So we have added tomato ketchup, Walker's Wood Scotch bonnet pepper, all right, a little browning, and we're giving this a good mix. We've added a little sugar as well, followed by some nice ginger powder, right? And that ginger is from the Maggi all-purpose ginger seasoning. And after that, mise en place, this is what we're looking like. Now, mise en place is a French term that simply means to put everything in its place, right? So we have organized all the ingredients that we need to do, and now we're going to go ahead to the cooking process. Now we have added a garlic clove to the heated oil, and to this we're also going to add some thyme. Now these two will release the essential flavor that we need. We have added the fish, and about after 5 minutes there or so, it was time to give them a nice good flip. All right, and that is what they are looking like. And after another 4 to 5 minutes, they will be ready. All right, so that is what they're looking like. And now we're going to move on to, while they're frying, we're going to move on to our next task, which is to wash our rice so that everything can be hot and ready when it's time to serve. All right, so we're washing the rice to get rid of any foreign matter, and also to get rid of some of that starch out of it as well, giving it a good rinse and drain. Another rinse. All right, and there we are. It's now time to check back on our fish, and it's time to remove them, guys, because they're nice and ready. Now fish is cooked at about 145 degrees Fahrenheit if you wish to use a thermometer. Now we're going ahead to start on the other ingredients for our sweet peas coconut rice, and here we are removing our sweet peas from the tin, and we're just going to allow it to drain to remove that excess moisture. All right, we've given the fish a flip, and it's now time to get our rice going. Now to our saucepan, we have added 2 tablespoons of butter. Going to melt that down nice and easy, followed by our green peas. Give that a good stir, followed by the rice. Now personally, I would have preferred the green peas, the frozen one, because that's one a little bit firmer, but I have the one in the tin, and that's what we're using today. All right, so we've added the coconut milk, and we're just gonna spice this up with some Italian herb seasoning, followed by some salt and garlic powder. All right, now we're gonna give this a good stir. As you can see, it is recovering because there's movement. We're just gonna cover, allow it to fully recover, and then lower the flame. All right, now our other fishes are ready. All right, removing them from the flame as well. And just before that, let us check on our rice. That is what it's looking like. Cover, allow to simmer, and let's go fry our bammies. And to the hot oil they go. And these will not take a long time to fry. We're just gonna fry until they're golden. Give it a good flip. All right, in about 3 to 5 minutes, they were ready, and we're removing them from the flame. Up next, we are going to saute our seasonings and our veggies for our sauce to put our fish in, right? But first we have to ensure that it is nice and flavorful, so we are sauteing just to release all those flavors of these aromatic ingredients. All right, and there we are, adding a little Maggi all-purpose seasoning to flavor things up a bit, followed by our assorted bell peppers and the carrots. Give that a good stir, followed by that sauce that we made earlier. All right, and there we are, giving it a nice heat through, probably about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll go in with our fishes. But before we do that, we're going to spice it up with some Walker's Wood Scotch bonnet pepper. All right, and there we are, that is what it's looking like. And now it's time to add the fish. All right, and there we are, adding fishes that we have. All right, and we're going to turn this down to the lowest flame, just rearranging for everybody to feel nice and comfortable, okay, so that they can get a little bit of this sauce. All right, and there we are, just gonna leave this to simmer for about 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes they will be ready. Let's now check in on our sweet peas coconut rice. This is what it's looking like. Give it a nice good stir just to evenly distribute the peas. And look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. It's time to serve up a plate. And to the plate we go with a cup of rice, followed by our Jamaican brown stewed fish. All right, there we are, plating. Ensure that we get adequate sauce on as well before I tantalize your taste buds. Now, it's that moment when it's time to tantalize your taste buds. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. Now please remember, linked down below will be the link for my Amazon storefront. Go ahead and make your purchases so you can get your Jamaican spice to spice things up. There are also other stuff listed up there as well, some Jamaican paraphernalia, so you can go ahead and support, okay? And thank you too for those of you who have subscribed and keep on supporting. I really appreciate it. I see you. And those who have not subscribed as yet, please remember to do so. Turn on your post notification bells so you can be notified when there is another upload. And as usual, we end by saying, and